Hello my friends. So today I'm making this video to address these ridiculous false allegations that Miles Mathis has made about me. I was really disappointed to read this. I've been following Miles Mathis for years now, and I even wrote a fucking poem about the guy and sent it to him. Like, I really appreciated the work that he was doing, and we might not have agreed on everything, but I thought that we were against the same people at least, and that we should be allies in that sort of a battle against these cryptocratic elites that are controlling European societies. That we should have been allies in this, and I thought his work was excellent, especially in the genealogical work, which is ironic because Mr. Mathis put out ridiculous false genealogical claims about me, saying that I'm related to certain people that it would take 5 minutes of looking up on Facebook to refute completely. You know, I've been on Facebook, and my Facebook is public. I don't hide my identity. Even my name is in one of my videos that I've released already, Michael Huttner. I have a public Facebook that anybody, it's not even just friends only, the public can view my Facebook. And they could see who I'm related to. So, the article that Miles Mathis wrote was, "If you run projects against me, I will out you." And on page 2, he says, "But what got me writing today was Apollonian Germ, yours truly." Also on YouTube, real name Michael Huttner. One of my readers sent me to him since the Germ seems to be promoting me. He isn't. He is trying to tie me to people I don't wish to be tied to, including himself and Julius Evola. Mr. Mathis, I'm not trying to tie you to anybody. I appreciate your work, and I make audio recordings of it so that more people can listen. And with Julius Evola, I made one video talking about his concept of traditional versus modern. One video talking about a single concept that Evola mentioned in his book, Revolt Against the Modern World. And maybe what you're saying about Evola is right. Maybe he is, as you're saying, one of the biggest creeps of the 20th century. Fine. I'm open to that, okay? I was talking about one concept. And then he goes on to say, the Germ is trying to surround me with all this fascist, traditionalist, anti-liberal garbage, but don't fall for it. I am not a fascist. I'm an anti-fascist. I say that in almost every paper, and it is obvious even when I don't. What is fascist about traditional values, like family values and marriage and gender norms and things like that, or appreciating your culture and your customs and your people? That's all I've tried to promote. I've even made videos warning people away from things like alt-right political movements and things of that nature, because I don't trust any political movements that seek to rehabilitate the current establishment systems. We should be getting as far away from those as possible because they're all controlled. And that's why I like Miles Mathis, because he talks about how these are all controlled. So, and then he goes on, the Germ uses the term traditional on purpose, since I also use it. My paintings are traditional, and much of my advice is traditional. I have a great respect for the past, the real past, which just means I can recognize old things of quality, old beautiful paintings, old beautiful architecture, old beautiful ideas. But the Germ tries to flip that all on you, using the term traditional, but then promoting admitted fascists and Nazis like Evola. So making one video discussing one idea that Evola came up with is blackwashing you, Mr. Mathis, somehow. I don't think anybody would make that connection but you. And traditional doesn't just mean beautiful paintings, beautiful architecture. I talk about tradition as it is on an everyday basis. I've made videos talking about how a culture goes much, much deeper than just paintings and beautiful architecture and stuff. Those are some of the great fruits of it, but that's not really the roots of it. That's not really the basis of it. The basis of it is in the everyday interactions that people of the same ethnic groups and cultural groups, that culture really is just an expression of an ethnic group, that these people share, the everyday commonalities that they share. So I've never mentioned any fascist ideas, and if you can go through my channel and find one fascist idea, then, I mean, we'll have a conversation about that, but don't fucking come at me saying that I'm trying to blackwash you by also having videos on my channel talking about Evola or Marcus Eli Ravage, which he also brings up. And he says, I prefer if he left me out of it. Fine. You know, I won't make any more fucking videos about Mathis or his ideas. I won't mention him again, because this is ridiculous. Like, it's very sad to me. It's very sad. But the worst part of it is the like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, the false genealogies that he tried to draw about me, saying that he searched my name on Google and was taken to Michael Huttner, crisis communications expert, author, and CEO of Fenton. This is somebody who I've found on Google before because I've searched my name on Google. I've never met this guy. Nobody in my family has met this guy. He's not related to me, and if he is related to me, then it's a far, far distant relation that I've never had any contact with, never had any relationship with, and neither has any of my family. Like the close family that I've actually had in my life. So this guy Michael Huttner, and you could find this, the fucked up thing about this, Mr. Mathis, is you could find this on Facebook in 5 fucking minutes, man. This is embarrassing. And then he goes on to like bring up Michael Dean Huttner, another person I've never fucking met, never had any contact with. If he's related to me, I didn't know that beforehand. And then later on he brings up some guy, David Huttner, who ran for president in 2016, looks very Jewish, and he makes the claim that he says Huttner is being a perfect anti here, which makes me think that he is the grandfather of Germ. So he's claiming that this guy, David Huttner, who never fucking met, is my grandfather. I know both of my grandfathers. And neither of them are this guy. My grandma comes from Norway. All of my family's from around Chicago. I don't have any family in Colorado where he talks about, or anyone related to this David Huttner. And the fucked up thing is you can find this on Facebook. It's all public. Like, this is embarrassing to me because I've used Mathis as a source before and I've promoted his work, and now he's gonna do shit like this. Like, I grew up raised by a single mother. I went to public schools up until high school, where I went to a local small Lutheran high school, which my mom paid for by working hard. She paid for it all herself. I have no connections. I have no big money pushing me. And I have no intention of blackwashing Mr. Mathis. I had nothing but respect for this guy. And now I don't know what to think of him. You know, I'm putting out this video now because Mr. Mathis put out this bullshit false information about me publicly without contacting me first or trying to have a conversation with me. I did send Mr. Mathis an email with a lot more information, actually, like sending him pictures of me and my dad, sending him the names of both my grandparents, my paternal grandfather and maternal grandfather. I told him a lot of information about myself because I want him to say, oh, I made a huge mistake. Because he did. This is embarrassing. This is ridiculous. It calls into question all the previous research he's done because, like, now I'm seeing, what the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, it's so easy to find who I really am, and there's 10 years worth of photos and posts and conversations and happy birthday messages and everything on Facebook that can be easily found. And yet he's going to come out with this false bullshit saying I'm related to some Jewish Michael Dean Hutner that I've never met, and some David Hutner who ran for president who I've never met. I don't know these people. It's embarrassing. It's very sad to me because I had a lot of respect for this guy, and I still do. I hope that he responds and says I made a big mistake. And if he does, then I'll take this video down, and I hope he makes a public retraction on his website. And then hopefully we can be allies against the same people that we're talking about. We're both against the same people. Why would we divide? Mathis always talks about how these people are trying to divide us and divide everybody into different fighting factions so that they can control us. Why would we fight? Why would Mathis and I fight when we're exposing the same people? Maybe we have different ideas about tradition or something like that. It's like, why would he call me a spook? Why would he say that I'm connected to these people? It's like, it's embarrassing. That's all I can say is this is embarrassing. Oh my God. So, once again, Mr. Mathis, if you're watching this and you apologize, then I'll take this video down. We'll never have to fucking talk about it again. But if you double down and you stick to these false allegations that you've made, this slander that you've made against me, then I'll delete all the content that I've ever mentioned you in, because I don't want to have anything to do with you either. If this is how you're going to treat a fan who actually cares about your shit and has tried to promote it. I'm 25 years old. I work 30 hours a week at a gas station. I'm going to the local UIC, the University of Illinois Chicago. Like, and he's going to try to make me out to be some kind of spook or like fake person who is on a project to blackwash him. It's sad. Like, maybe he just doesn't trust anybody because he's always found people are always connected and stuff. He seems like a very lonely guy. So yeah, if you still wish to not be associated with me, Mr. Mathis, if you still think that I'm some kind of crypto Jewish spook who's trying to blackwash you, then I'll delete everything that I've ever mentioned you in, and I'll never talk about you again. But I don't want that to be the case. I want to actually be like an ally in this because we're fighting against the same people. So, I already emailed, like I said, I already emailed him. I hope he responds. I hope that this video will just be gone tomorrow because it'll all be fixed and made right. But if not, then oh well. Yeah, that's about all I have to say. Thanks for watching.